Hello, everyone. This is Bruno with the new segment called 10 Minutes or Less with Bruno No BS. A very simple, casual interview here. No fake scammers here. Today, I have the honor to speak with a legend in our roofing industry, man. Probably McElroy Metal. This guy is from another planet. I'm kind of embarrassed because, you are a legend, my friend.
You're the legend here, brother, not me, buddy.
How long have you been in our roofing industry?
Almost 30 years now.
When did you realize roofing would be a career for you?
Well, back in the, I got out of college in the early 80s, right about, I got a degree in geology, right about the time the oil business collapsed. And so I ended up going to work in Ecuador for a couple of years. And I was down there, it was cool for, I was working in a mine in Ecuador, which was cool for about 3 weeks. But after 2 years, I was ready to get the hell out of there. And I came back to the States. I got off the plane. I went down, had no idea what I was going to do. I went down, visited with my father for a little while. I was going to, I thought he knew a lot of people. I thought he might be able to kind of point me in the right direction. We talked for about 10 minutes and then the phone rang. I picked it up and it was a guy with a metal roofing manufacturing business for sale. And that's how I got in the metal roofing business. I knew nothing about it.
And now you know everything about it.
I owned this business for 23 years. And what Brian Gardner and I wrote this metal roofing course, and he has a good way of saying that, an expert is someone that's made every possible mistake in a very narrow field. And I feel that I did that, but anyway, I really enjoy this business. I love being in it. And I sold my business to McElroy 7, 8 years ago almost. And I've got a very narrow focus there. And all I really do is look at figuring out how to put new roofs on top of old roofs. That's really what I do.
I got to ask a question. A while ago, you wrote something that it was so controversial that, there was a lot of kickbacks, a lot of people upset. Can you tell me a little bit about what you wrote and what happened?
I wrote an article for the RCI Interface magazine that was, I see a tremendous amount of single ply going down on top of metal buildings, and I know it's an enormous business and it's easy to do and you get a warranty and all this great stuff about it. Obviously, I'm in the metal roofing business and I don't really dig that so much, but what most people don't understand is that a metal building is not designed the same way a conventional structure is made. And a metal building is really not designed for a smooth surface roof. It's designed for a metal roof that channelizes the water off of the roof equally. All the water runs off equally from the top to the bottom. When you put a smooth surface roof on a metal building, then the water is going to migrate mid-span towards the mid-span of the purlins in each individual bay and as it's running downhill, which 99.9% of the time is not a problem. But if you have a weak purlin in there that's either weak or if you've got a low spot on the roof or whatever, and then you start getting some water collection up there, especially on these lower slope jobs, then you may have a purlin that starts deflecting in one bay. And if that purlin deflects enough, then it starts pushing the purlins in the next bay up. And then it starts bringing water out of 3 bays into one. And then there's been a number of roofs that have collapsed as a result of that. And so I brought that up and showed some pictures, and it caused quite a stir in the business, I would say. So I had a lot of people were not happy about it. There's a lot of people that, that stake their reputation on doing that type of work. I'm just bringing this up, that it's not as, there's some risk involved in it. And since I did that, there's been a number of other people that are than I am that put papers out into the space and showed all the really good engineering behind, why you shouldn't be doing it. You just really need to have a qualified engineer look at the structure to make sure that there's not going to be excessive deflection of the purlins. because that's really what it gets down to. Excessive deflection is what's going to cause your problem. And as long as you don't have that, then you should be in pretty good shape.
What do you see for the future of our roofing industry, for the, you know, the generation coming up right now?
I see you've got a lot of people that don't want to work outside. So, you know, there's going to be opportunity for people that that may not see the opportunity now. You know, I've seen a lot of very successful people in the roofing business, but most younger people now are not really interested in doing this type of work. But I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for people going forward as fewer and fewer people, you know, understand or think that they don't want to be in this type of business, you know. But I think there's going to be an enormous opportunity for people.
You mentioned to me earlier that you're about to create some videos. Those are educational videos to train people?
Yeah, there's going to be, you know, we got this time on our hands right now. I haven't been traveling, obviously, because of the situation out there. So I set up some mock-ups out in my barn out here, and I'm going to shoot some video on different ways to do recover. You know, how to recover an R panel, 4 ways to recover an R panel, how to recover a trapezoidal panel. What's the important part of what are you looking for on an existing building to understand, you know, what the best method to do the recover is. So I'm trying to give as much information as I can in the shortest length possible, you know. So I've already shot some video, and I've kind of got a better game plan of what I'm going to do. But as soon as I get finished with you, I'm heading out to my barn, and I'm going to get with it.
If a person like myself wants to learn, what is that any website we need to look at those videos, or you guys are creating a website or not?
I'm putting most of this kind of stuff on my own personal YouTube channel, which is Archzilla Jr., ARCH Zilla Jr. You know, if somebody wants to contact me, it's easy enough. You can contact me through LinkedIn, or you can contact me via email. My email address is csmith@archmetalroof. That's ARCH metalroof.com. But I'm, you know, I try to, you know, I'm doing a job that I really like doing, which is solving problems and helping owners get the best possible result, you know, when I get involved in putting a new roof on one of their buildings. And I always use, you know, I try to use the very best panel, which is, for me, is a symmetrical standing seam. I don't use any other type of roof system except a symmetrical standing seam. I feel like if a roof should last, a metal roof should last 50 or 60 years, you ought to be able to fix it later, you know, sometime during that span. So a symmetrical panel, it gives you the ability to make an easy repair, which is a wonderful thing, which a double lock does not.
Any messages out there for the people watching my videos, my followers? You know, it could be towards the coronavirus. I see that you have a new hat style, you know, and I like that. You know, I almost did not recognize you, but that's fine. Any messages out there for the people watching this video?
Hey man, Bruno, you're doing a great job, and I always appreciate a lot of the stuff that you put up on LinkedIn.
Thank you, sir.
I think everybody should stay safe, and when things get really shitty, just get a haircut like me, and then you'll
Beautiful.
it'll give you something to look forward to when you get your hair grown back.
All right, my man. Hey, I appreciate you, Charlie. Be safe out there, and next time I'm in town, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you. Okay?
All right, brother. Have a great day.
You too, buddy.